Well, if you have just joined the live stream, Kumanik Bradley Takawingawa, it's Māori Language Week. No mai haere mai, welcome to the Your Fix TV studios. We are here tonight in Health Bites talking about the effects of stress and fatigue in our lives. Sadly, it's an all too common problem that I'm seeing crop up more and more in social media. And I am now in the kitchen with the very lovely registered naturopath and also nutrition expert. This is Amy Lynn. How are you going?
I'm good, thanks.
Excellent. Fabulous, fabulous. Feeling optimal tonight, which is always great. Now, Amy, you know, you've opened raw food cafes here in Auckland. You have worked at wellness retreats talking about the effects of nutrition in people's lives. How does nutrition affect our energy, our vitality, and our quality of life?
Oh, wow.
It's a big question, right?
It is, it's so big, but you know, it comes down to you are what you eat. You know, it goes back to that, it goes back to that. So if you're ingesting McDonald's every single day, you're not going to feel the best. So there's a lot of healthy food out there that we can take in that gives us energy, gives us protein, gives us nutrients, antioxidants, adaptogens.
All the good gins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a question for you. A lot of my friends in social media, they have a lot of children who are doing a lot of activity, and I know the opening part of our show really focused on the fact that we're seeing more children who are stressed, not just adults who are stressed, say in the workplace. Sally Chapman, I just saw your comment, by the way. Thank you. We'll talk about that in the next segment. So thanks for sharing. We're seeing more kids, hyper-driven society. You know, should kids be adding more carbs into their diet so they've got more energy to be able to achieve everything they need to do?
Well, that's the quick fix, isn't it? But it's actually not the right one, because what happens with the simple sugars is that you go high, you're good for a bit, but then you crash, and then you have these side effects afterwards, like fatigue, and which could eventually lead to chronic fatigue. Yeah. So, well, carbs have their place. It's not the go-to say-all for nutrition.
Interesting. So I was talking to my mum on the phone the other day, and I said to her, look, I've gone into a low-carb lifestyle because I've just found out that I'm in fact carb intolerant. So I'm not great with carbohydrates, so it's good. It's changed my gut, which has been the focus of our first part of this whole series. But how do you get the balance of carbs and the right carbs, and you know, what's the answer? Is there a definitive answer? Is there a one size fits all?
Well, there are good carbs and there's not so good carbs. So you can get carbs from fruit and veggies, you know, from lots of different kinds of healthy foods like this, like nuts and seeds, and that have carbs in it as well. But if you're eating bread and pasta all the time, that's going to be just heavy and gluggy, and we'll have, you know, sometimes when you have that kind of food, you just want to take a nap.
Yes,
afterwards.
Happened to me, and I get brain fog.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I feel like a failure, and that affects my stress and my fatigue.
I know, and it just continues on because you can't get motivated to do what you want to do because you're constantly fighting that simple sugars that we're taking in from especially white bread and pasta and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, so if you are watching the stream, I'd love to know, does what you eat affect your mood? Does it affect your stress levels? Are you noticing, so if you're at work and you're having a high carb lunch, do you then want to have a sleep? Tell us in the news feed what your thoughts are, because we would love to find out the answers for you. Great to see you. Oh, Andy Crawford just said, haha, Dr. Google. So yeah, I know, right? We don't ask Dr. Google anymore. We ask professionals. So Amy, you've got a recipe tonight you're going to share that is what, good for energy?
Yep.
Good for the brain?
Yes.
We like that. What else is this?
All my questions? Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. So what else is this good for?
Well, there's omegas. I've put together something that's good for teenage kids mainly, but it's good for all ages. Brain boosting, omega-3s and 6s and proteins and antioxidants, magnesium, iron, everything I've got here.
Excellent.
Yeah, adaptogens as well, which is good for the whole system.
Cool. Okay, so let's do it.
Yeah, so it's going to just be a quick, easy bliss ball.
Oh, yeah. And love bliss balls.
Yeah, so here I've got some walnuts, which are high in omegas and antioxidants and protein.
Now, I noticed you're not using a blender for this, by the way.
No, you can just do it by hand. So these nuts have actually been soaked and activated, and then...
What do you mean?
So you soak your nuts.
You soak your nuts.
We like that. Which is very good to do.
I did hear Dr. Oz talking about soaking your nuts, but I didn't really understand why.
Yeah, well, okay, so it activates them. So they lie dormant, and they've got enzymes in them that are quite hard to digest.
Oh.
And when you soak them, it releases the phytic acid, which allows that enzyme to open up, which is better on our digestive system. Yeah. And then I've dried them in a dehydrator.
Oh wow! So I've seen a lot of bliss balls. I'm a fan of bliss balls. Yeah. I've eaten a heap of them because they're tasty as. Is it better to make your own or buy them?
Oh, definitely make your own because you know exactly what's going in it.
Great.
Yeah, so you can be in charge of all of that, and you don't know half the time what's on the market there.
That's so true.
So I've got some walnuts in there. I've got pre-ground flax seeds. I've just ground them just before.
Flaxseed. Now I've never really. I'm a foodie, but I haven't done a lot with flaxseed. What is flaxseed loaded with?
Again, it's fiber. It's omega 3s and 6s, and it's
good stuff.
Yeah, it's mucilage as well, so it's like nice and soothing on the gut.
Excellent. Now, omegas you would normally get from deep sea fish, is that right?
Yes.
So this is a good vegan, vegetarian option?
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yes, and it's also brain boosting, antioxidant,
we
anti-inflammatory.
Like so good.
Yeah, so I've also got tahini here. I'm going to use this as the binder, and tahini is amazing. It's full of B vitamins, magnesium, selenium.
Tahini is made from
sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you want this recipe, we'll actually take Amy's recipe and load it onto the My Remedy website for you as a blog. So do stick around. And in fact, if you're not in the Health Bites official group. We've started a group online. If you're not in the group, I'll post the link after this video so you can join us, and recipes are going into there as well because these are so good and we want to share them. And in fact, if you've got a great recipe, share it in the group too.
And they're very easy to make. You can make them, roll them into balls, and put them in the freezer and just take them out.
Take them out when you need
put them in lunch.
A brain boost.
Yeah. So here I've got maca powder and cacao, which is also another antioxidant. Maca is a good hormone balancing.
Oh, wow.
And adaptogen root. It's a root from South America.
Yes.
I can get into that more later. And I've also got hemp. So this is a really good protein. It's also good in omegas, brain boosting.
Wow.
Yep, antioxidants.
I've never seen that before.
Essential fatty acids. It's just amazing.
That's exciting.
So we've got a lot of protein going on in there, and it's all
plant protein
exactly.
as well.
Yeah. And I will put a touch of maple syrup in there as well, which also has iron and good minerals in here.
And it tastes exceptional.
So I'll just put a little bit in there because it's nicer when it has a little bit of sweet. And I've got some coconut oil here as well, which we can add in, and coconut. And you can put anything in this, like ginger, turmeric, which are good for the circulatory system.
Wow.
You can put vitamin C in here, just even a dash of liquid vitamin C.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can put whatever you want in here, but I focus mainly on the omegas, essential fatty acids.
So if you're keeping them in the fridge, could you add in, like, you know how we've done some stuff with you before and we're using a probiotic?
Yep.
Could you then put your probiotic in there as well?
You could actually ferment this. It depends on your,
Wow.
you could put a probiotic in here and leave it on the bench and just let it ferment. It will eat the sugars in here. It will taste completely different, but if you like that fermented flavor, which I do, then you just grow to used to it. So I'm just making a small amount here, but you can make a huge amount, like I said, and put them in the freezer.
That's so good. Now, question from Andy Crawford. She said, where do you get the hemp protein from?
I got this one at Huckleberry Farms. So any health food shop, really. It is actually hard to find, but it is starting to come into New Zealand now and be accepted. So easy, nice little ball there. Yeah, just roll it, and you can roll it in cacao, cinnamon, coconut. Yeah.
So you could even do something like if you were making your own raw chocolate.
Yes.
You could put that into your own raw chocolate,
you
right?
Can. And chocolate is so easy to make.
It
3
so
ingredients
good.
Is all you need to make raw chocolate. So
that's it. Can I try it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Definitely.
Because, the proof is in the tasting, right?
Yeah.
So this is loaded with good stuff for my brain, loaded with protein. I better try it.
I'm actually interested to know what it tastes like. Is that well?
It's really good. I don't know why I'm so surprised. That is so good.
Yeah. That's tahini.
Wow.
You can taste the tahini in there.
You can taste the tahini. You could even put it into a flat tray.
And put it in the fridge to make it hard. And then
And drizzle it with raw chocolate as well. So it's like a protein bar.
Yeah. You like your raw chocolate, huh?
I do love raw chocolate. Now that I know how to make it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like so quick and easy, and it's so, you just do it. What did that take us? 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and you roll them up, put them in the freezer, and then your kids can have these brain boosters. They're just absolutely full of goodness.
So when you're, getting the 3 o'clock chocolate crave, because it's sweet but not too sweet, which is lovely.
I mean, you can adjust it to accordingly. Best with less sweet, so you get.
So you don't get that spike of energy.
Yeah.
So when you're getting the 3 o'clock brain feed, it's this is what you need, right?
Yeah, exactly. And there's
not
actually
the brain feed. I mean the brain fog. I'm having an overdose.
This is the brain
of
feed.
Yeah, this is the brain feed. So good. Now I think Lynette, who's sitting down on the couch, has got a question. Go, Lynette.
Could you use almond butter instead
Yep,
of tahini?
absolutely.
That roasty, toasty.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, you can make your own almond butter too. It's so easy.
Oh, maybe that would be the next show.
Yeah, I could show you so many things. But you can use any kind of butter. You can mix it up. Put, like I said, vitamin C. You can put orange zest in there. You can do.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, you can do so many things with this. But this is the basic. This is a real good brain booster for teens, especially.
I totally agree. Now, little children obviously can have it too.
Yeah.
Very tasty.
Nothing
Abby
wrong.
Leaf just said, for people on the go, do you think the products, more so the juices and smoothies from Tank, are good with nutrients in it, or are they not as good as we think? Oh, that's a contentious topic.
You know what? Actually, I think they're not as bad. They're not that bad because it's still something. And there's nothing really wrong with it. I mean, organic is always best because it doesn't have all those pesticides, but there's nothing really wrong with Tank. You're still going in and getting a fresh juice. You're still getting what you would buy in the supermarket. It's the same kind of thing. So
I totally agree.
Yeah.
What I would say about that is that, Abby, it's more cost effective to make your own.
yes,
I'm going to leave that right there.
You get more for your bang for your buck when you make
Certainly
it.
do. So if you've got a juicer at home, you should be throwing in all your green vegetables and all your lovely your citrus fruits and everything. Make your own smoothie. You will love it. And if you don't have a blender, grab a NutriBullet and start making your own butters and your own bliss balls and do what you can. You will love the results and you can control what you eat.
Yeah.
Amy, that's your message as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You are what you eat.
You are what you eat. I totally agree.
That's what you put into your diet more than what you take away. I mean, eventually when you add more good, then you just don't want the bad. It just works that way.
So I hope that's helped you there, Abby. Thank you so much. Andy Crawford just said, I love Tank. Well, there you go. You can have Tank in your own home. There you go. Look, thank you so much for that, Amy. And again, we'll put that recipe onto the My Remedy website for you so that you can start making that in your own home. And again, join the Facebook group. Just search for it. Facebook group, Health Bites. Join the group, share your recipes. I know Amy's going to do it as she's sneakily eating today's recipe. And you'll find more recipes from Amy in that group coming up. Right, it is time to head to our next guest. So we are going to delve a little bit further into the effects of stress and anxiety in our lives. This is your chance to ask the questions, and we're talking about the power of the brain. In the meantime, we do have to say a big shout out to one of our big supporters. It's the people at the South Pacific College of Natural Medicine and the wonderful team at the Power Clinic. What's the Power Clinic, you ask? Let's take a look.